Hey friends, my name is Paula and welcome to Relatively Refined. Well, it's hard to believe, but it is already the end of March. And you know what that means? That means it's time for our Thrift Find of the Month series. Each month, my sisters Kathleen, Patty, and I share with you what we consider to be our best thrift scores for that month. Also, I want to tell you to be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video because at the end of this video, we will be sharing with you some of our viewers' thrift finds for the month in our new segment, Relatively Refines. It's really fun, and if you have a thrift find that you would like us to feature in our segment, Relatively Refines, be sure to email us at the address on the screen, and we will feature you in one of our upcoming videos. All right, let's jump into our thrift find of the month for March. So my thrift find for March is something that I have never actually thrifted before. It's actually something that I've never even thought about thrifting. And it is these vintage sewing patterns. Look at these. Aren't they awesome? I found these at my local charity thrift store, and when I saw them there, I thought, I don't know what I can do with them, but they are just too cool to leave behind. So there were 6 of them, and I grabbed them all for 50 cents a piece, and I will insert some footage here of what they look like up close. I just thought that they were the coolest things, and I thought, I'm sure I can figure out something to do with them. I really need to rescue these beautiful patterns. So if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that my sister Kathleen and her husband have been restoring our grandmother's home in Vermont. She and her husband have done a phenomenal job, and she has made 2 videos sharing with us the renovation process. And I will link those videos either here or here, and also in the description box below if you are interested in watching those. It's really a gorgeous old Vermont farmhouse, and we all have so many wonderful memories in that house. And my grandmother, who was my dad's mom, we called her Grandma Bunny, was an amazing seamstress. And one of the rooms upstairs in that house was her sewing room. And I used to love to go up there, and she taught me to sew, to knit, to crochet. It was this big room. It's a 1.5-story house, so it had kind of slanty ceilings, and there was a big wooden table in the middle. And that's where she laid out her fabric, and she pinned out her patterns and cut them out. And she had her ironing board set up and her sewing machine. And if I close my eyes, I can still smell that smell of her ironing with the starch water that she spray on the fabrics and then iron it out. And it had this huge braided rug on the floor that she had made. She always used to say, now don't go barefoot up there because there's all sorts of little pins that had fallen off from the sewing table. Anyway, I just have such wonderful memories of being with her in that room. And I believe it is now a bedroom in my sister's house that one of her children uses. And I thought it would be so fun to send her this pattern. And when I saw this pattern, and I'll insert an up close picture of it, it made me think of myself and my 2 sisters. I'm the oldest of 5, so I have my sisters Kathleen and Patty, and then we have 2 brothers, Billy and Danny. But my grandma, Bunny, was such a great seamstress. She made all my prom dresses, she made our Easter outfits, and every Christmas she would make us pajamas. And so this pattern is a pattern for little girls' pajamas, and it shows 3 little girls on there. And those little girls reminded me of myself and my 2 sisters. So I thought it would be fun to send this pattern to Kathleen for her to frame and hang on the wall in that bedroom, which was Grandma's sewing room, as kind of a little homage to Grandma. And in her videos, if you watch them, she talks about the fact that she tries to do things throughout the house to honor Grandma. She put wallpaper in her kitchen because Grandma always had wallpaper. And I just think having a pattern framed and hung on the wall in that sewing room would be just such a wonderful way to remember Grandma and just pay tribute to just her amazing talent as a seamstress. So for $3.50 each for 6 patterns, these are my thrift find of the month for March.
For March 2023, I was really pleased to score a few pieces of the Johnson Brothers Friendly Village pattern dishware. This is one of my favorite patterns by Johnson Brothers, made in England. And the Friendly Village pattern, if you're not familiar with it, has this beautiful bucolic designs. And many of the pieces are different. This is a saucer that goes with the teacup. And then there is this little bowl that has another scene. So it's very rural. It's bucolic scenes of farms and barns and various seasons. And my favorite thing about this dishware pattern is the colors. It has these beautiful muted browns and reds and greens with little bits of blue and yellow. And it just, to me, works so beautifully in my home. It's all those muted colonial colors that I love. And so in this particular set, and I used set in quotes because it wasn't much, but there were 3 teacup and saucer sets. And there were 2 additional saucers and a random little bowl, like a fruit bowl or dessert bowl. So they were all together 2, 4, 6, I think they said 9 pieces. Yep, there were 9 pieces and it was $9. So I think that was a good price, fair enough. And honestly, I was just so thrilled. I don't expect I'm ever going to have a complete set. My sister Kathleen has a very large set that she was able to get off of the Facebook Marketplace. I have not been so fortunate. And my husband and I were, a few months ago, were antiquing in New Hampshire, and we did see a beautiful set of Friendly Village pattern at the antique shop, but it was astronomically expensive. So I'm just going to pick away at a collection whenever I see it, but I think the teacups and saucers might be my favorite anyway. So to have 3 of them and a few extra dishes, if you know me, you know these little one-off dishes do not go to waste in my house. I use these for everything from spoon rests to candle holders to trinket dishes to underneath my plants. I use them for everything. So I have a few extra pieces, and maybe I will start a collection, or maybe I will just simply enjoy my beautiful Johnson Brothers Friendly Village cups and saucers. So this set of 9 pieces is my March 2023 thrift find of the month.
Hey everyone, happy spring, and welcome to the March 2023 edition of Thrift Find of the Month. This month, I found my find at our local thrift store, the one that has been around for a long time, the one that I go to most often when I can. And what I found is a vintage Dooney and Bourke crossbody shoulder bag in, I think it's called an English tan color. And I paid $3 for this. And I know Dooney and Bourke is a high quality. This is leather for bags. And this happens to be a vintage one, probably making it a little more valuable. But I actually like the size of it and plan to use it as a pocketbook for myself. It has one big zipper here. And then inside it has an inner pocket with a zipper. And on the bottom, it's a leather bottom with these 6 little brass kind of pegs so that it sits up on a table. It does have the logo, you can see, Dooney and Bourke. And I don't know how vintage this is. It's in really good shape. There are a few scuff marks. I was actually thinking I may take a leather polisher or some sort of a leather ointment for it and kind of give it a little treatment. But I plan on using it, so I'm okay with it. And it's crossbody, so you can see if I hold it like this, it goes like this. And it was $3 at my local thrift store.
Welcome to Relatively Refinds, where we share our viewers' thrifted finds. In today's segment, we are sharing a beautiful Bourke vase. This vase was submitted by our viewer Arlene. She found this gorgeous vase in a thrift store in Decatur, Alabama for $3. At first she thought it had to be a fake, but when she flipped it over and saw the gorgeous back stamp, she knew that it was indeed a genuine Bourke vase. And here is that back stamp to prove it. She said obviously the person who priced it had no idea what it was. And as a Bourke lover myself, I know that that price is an absolute steal for that gorgeous vase. I have never found Bourke out in the wild. I'm still hoping that I will someday. If you would like to have your thrift find featured in our Relatively Refinds segment, be sure to email us a picture and a little bit of information about the find to the email on the screen, relativelyrefined@gmail.com. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.